Okay, good morning all. Although by the time this is streamed out to you guys, it's probably evening. So what I am doing is a daily mindfulness, happiness update from myself, as you all know. So it's April the 7th today, and it's Tuesday, I think. It's definitely Tuesday, yes. But what is happening is I am uploading a video and it's taking me about 8 to 9 hours. So I've had some students with advice as to what I could do to make it quicker. But if there is any other advice techie wise, I did try to stream live, but sadly I need 1,000 subscribers before I can stream live. So obviously I'm not quite there yet, but you know, one day maybe. Anyway, I hope you're all okay and keeping well and safe and indoors. So I will kick off with today's April the 7th active coping calendar. Share what you are feeling and be willing to ask for help. So, as in all of my posts so far, I've not been afraid to go through the tasks with myself, and obviously then hopefully you will have a little think about it at home. So the first one, in terms of sharing what I'm feeling, I had a little think about this and I was starting to write it down, and I thought I haven't actually got enough paper for that, but I think at the top of my feelings right now I would do the old I'm happy. Okay, I'm happy because I am grateful for the family time that I'm getting with my two children. We are going back to basics, so we're doing loads more baking, we're playing games, as I've said before, albeit I'm saying we, it's probably me and my daughter more baking rather than my son, but he's perhaps enjoying tasting the baking. We're playing, you know, we're going on walks together, so as I said before, it's not totally unusual to what we would normally be doing, but we certainly wouldn't be doing it as often as we are, and actually having a conversation rather than just being in the rooms all the time. So that is making me very happy. I am thankful. I have another feeling of being thankful for having our health, for family, and also thankful to be able to to stream to you guys via YouTube. So it's something that's which then brings me on to my next feeling of excitement, because there's a lot to be excited about, none more so than my new Hoover arrived yesterday. I never thought in a million years I would get excited for a delivery of a new vacuum cleaner, but sadly I did think about like saving it to open with you today, but I was that excited I just had to open it yesterday and hoover away. So my stairs, carpet and landing, bedrooms actually look like the proper colour they should have been. Not that I was that bad, but I just didn't probably hoover as much as I should. Downstairs is hard floor, just in case you're thinking I'm not hoovering downstairs. So sad is another feeling that I'm openly going to share. Not being able to see a close family, friends and you guys. I miss being in work so much, sharing the laughter that we did, that hopefully we will continue to do, with the banter in our daily work, just passing you in the corridors and just, hi, you all right? Obviously not hugging. And then also a feeling of concern, still worried. Obviously we've got our Prime Minister in intensive care, etc. But touch wood, if there is any, touch wood, close family members have not been affected by this. So anyway, I don't want to dwell too much, but just have a little think or write down yourselves as to what you're feeling at the minute. And it's okay to not be okay, but it's just really important then, which moves on to the next point of it, is be willing to ask for help. So obviously for you guys, you might, if you've got your family members at home, if that's not something that you can do, ping me an email. I can actually call you via my laptop now, so I could pick up the phone. I had a chat with one of my students yesterday for 15 minutes. That was awesome, and that certainly boosted me hearing his voice, as it would hearing any of your voices. So in terms of contact, obviously myself, your course tutors, even though it's Easter, I know a couple of the tutors have emailed out to say, you know, please, we are at the end of the email and they are sort of still looking at work or any queries that you've got. The college, NWSLC, has welfare between 11 and 1 drop-in sessions, so it's at the Nuneaton site and at South Leicester site. So there are members of the safeguarding team available and wellbeing team if you want to go in and have a chat about anything. So obviously contacting, I've talked about family and friends. Samaritans are out there, Google website, we've had cards delivered, whatever. But I've actually looked into a website called Every Mind Matters, and on there you can do a mind plan quiz, and it's literally 5 questions that they go through with you. So I'm just logging onto my computer because I'm going to go through it with you if you are unsure of what the questions will be. Oh gosh, my password's not working. Hold on. Doodaloo, talk amongst yourselves. You know me and technology, guys. This is like a huge step for me when some of my PowerPoints don't always start straight away. So I'm like, can anybody help me? So I've thankfully got my password back in. So basically, it's a mind plan. It's simple ideas based. Oh no, that's my answers. Let me. Shall I do it? Shall I do it with you? Yes, let's do it. So it's a mind plan quiz. So, oh la 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 la. So now it's just kicked me out. It's fine. There's no pressure. I mean, I'm not going anywhere. I don't know about you. You can obviously fast forward over this bit if you wanted to. Okay, so. Oh no, it's so showing me my answers. I don't want to do my answers. Oh, lovely. So. Oh no, now my daily update's coming up. This is just hilarious. Somebody did say to me yesterday, you've got to plant something and do something, like spill water over or something. I don't need to do like that sort of calamityness. Follows me. So Every Mind Matters is what I am logging into. And it's a mental health quiz. Hopefully, whoop, nearly lost you then. So, here we go. La la la. Okay, so answer 5 questions. I don't know if I should turn this round. I don't know if you can see it. Probably won't be able to see it. Yes, you can. So there we go. So, shall we do it together? Let's do it together. So we can get inside my mind. It may not be a good place. Right, so I'm starting the quiz, guys. Live on here. So it's asking me, how is your mood? Choose an answer that's closest to how you're feeling over the last 2 weeks. So it's asking me, am I always in a good mood? Mostly happy with the odd bad day. More good days than bad. More bad days than good. Feel low most of the time. Always feel extremely low. So I don't mind sharing with you that I'm mostly happy with the odd bad day. But it's not actually a day's worth of bad. It's just a little... can't say. Anyway, so I'm clicking on to the next question. How well do you sleep? Okay, so think about how you're sleeping over the last 2 weeks. So always sleep well, have the odd bad night, more good nights than bad, more bad nights than good, sleep bad most of the time, extremely sleep deprived. So I am going to honestly say that there are more good nights than bad because I do not sleep through. Now, whether that's because the cat's jumped on me or my daughter's come into my bedroom or something like that, but you know, I'm still awake. How anxious or on edge do you feel? So the question's asking me that am I not anxious at all? Rarely anxious, sometimes anxious. Anxious more often than not, anxious most of the time, or always extremely anxious. So I'm honestly going to say sometimes anxious because it depends on the situation that we're in, or if you're watching something on the news, that probably brings up my anxiety rather than actually being in home with my children. How stressed do you feel? Stress is kind of an overused word. Never stressed, rarely stressed, sometimes stressed most days, stressed all the time, extremely stressed. So I'm going to put rarely stressed because I don't think I'm feeling stressed particularly right now. Oh, where are we on? So let's quick through. How many done? How many have I done? Oh, I'm on question 5. Have you been worrying about anything? Being aware of things that can affect our mental health can make it easier to understand when you're struggling. So choose as many of these as you reply. So, am I worrying about the COVID-19? Yes. Am I worried about personal life and relationships? No, because I haven't got a relationship. Money, work and housing? Yes. Just that standard. Life changes and difficult times, I'm not worried about that. We're just adapting. Health issues, thankfully I'm not worried about that. Traumatic events, I'm not worried about that. Smoking, drinking, drugs or gambling, I'm not really worried about that, to be honest. Thankfully. Or you could actually have none of the above. You may not be worried about any of those. So here we go. I've got my mind plan made up for me. Can't see that. And it's flickering, isn't it? So what you've got the option of is to email your plan. So once you've filled that out, it was dead easy, wasn't it? Not too tricky. And what they can do is email the plan to you, and I'll read what they've said to me. Relax your muscles and mind. Sometimes it can be tense that we do not even remember what being relaxed feels like. This exercise teaches you how to recognise starting to get tense. So what it's actually done is given me a listening tool, progressive muscle relaxation, and you've got the option, if that's not for you, to swap ideas. So it's amazing. So I don't think we'll listen to that right now. I daren't, in case it clicks onto something wrong. So it's telling me to move more every day. That's a little bit rude, but yeah, I get that. Find out ways, and what it's given me is a 10-minute home workout. So I would try that, not in front of YouTube video, obviously. Make time to chat with a friend each week. Stay in contact with friends. I kind of think I'm doing that, really. So number 4 is saying reframe from unhelpful thoughts. Check out the short video. Gives practical tips on how to challenge unhelpful thoughts and help improve your mood. Okay, be prepared to feel calm is point 5. If you've had a busy day or week coming up, spend a little time planning before you go to bed. Think about what you can organise and pack the night before. Well, we can't pack for anything really right now. Only get your shopping bag ready if you're going on your one shopping trip a day. Walking. Perhaps get my walking shoes ready, trainers ready for the day, clothes ready for the day. Sorry. Number 6, take time to reflect. I think we talked about that in one of my videos, early doors. Make time to reflect on what went well. It's important to recognise your successes and the things you are grateful for, no matter how small. So some of these are not really things that you know, it's wow, that's groundbreaking stuff, but actually it's personal to what I've answered on my questions, so I will take it seriously. So you can, as I say, email the plan. So I will get my plan emailed to me, and then I can print it off and have a little digest. Okay, so I hope you didn't mind me doing that, guys, but I felt that it was something that was quite important and quite straightforward. So most of you, or all of you, will know Stephen Blythe, our college chaplain, and he posted a joke or thought for the day. So I thought that I would share this with you, if that's okay. Bear with, because it's a little bit lengthy. So one day a little girl was watching her mum. Shall I put it there so you don't need to see my face? One day a little girl was watching her mum make roast beef. She cut off the ends, wrapping it in string, seasoned it and set it in the roasting pan. The little girl asked her mum why she cut off the ends of the roast, and her mum replied, after some thought, that it was just the way that her mother had done it. So then the little girl goes to ask the grandma why she's cut the end off the roast beef before cooking, and after some thought, grandma replied that was the way her mother had done it. So the little girl went with her mum and grandma to see her and asked the question, and the great-grandmother looked at them a bit annoyed and said, so it would have fit in the pan, of course. So that's the end of the joke, okay? My thought, Stephen's thought this is, we're all living in a time when we are being forced to cut what we have to fit the pan. We are creating new patterns and rhythms to fit our new normal. Still not sure he likes that phrase. But let's not forget where it comes from. Let us remember the graces and diamonds in the rough we are discovering now, and put aside that which we also discover we no longer need, that which no longer gives us life and goodness, which it might be a bit, have a little think about that. So, I mean, for me, I'll share a story about my mum. She loves, well, lipstick, perfumes, everything like that, the finer things, you know, as some ladies do. So she cleaned out her either handbags or a box of wherever makeup stored. I think she got 45 lipsticks, I think might be accurate. 45 lipsticks. I mean, I've been with her and we've gone out and I've said, oh mum, can I borrow a lipstick? And she's bought out 6 of about the same shade in one handbag. So God bless her. But what she's thinking of, perhaps don't need to spend so much on a lipstick, or she's gets panicky if her impulses go below 15 in a box. I think she's got more perfume than Boots, but oh God bless, I love her to bits and I wouldn't change her, and hope she doesn't mind me sharing that. But it's just something to think about, isn't it? It's actually making us rethink that actually we think we've got to be doing X, Y and Z. We think we've got to be buying X, Y and Z to keep up with the Joneses or whatever. Nah, no need. We just focus on what we need and what we need to help us get through this time now and get beyond this time. Okay, so last thing is April the 7th, ironically, is World Health Day. So I was thinking, I've put it on my Facebook actually. It's like, well, what have we got? What is World Health Day all about, given the situation that we're in? So what the website, the World Health Organization, has told us to look at today, it's a day to celebrate the work of nurses and midwives and remind world leaders of the critical role they play in keeping the world healthy. Okay, so in this International Year of the Nurse and Midwife, World Health Day will highlight the current status of nursing around the world and its partners with the World Health Organization. So it's asking for support on World Health Day to ensure that nursing and midwifery workforces are strong enough to ensure that everyone, everywhere, gets the health care they need. So our part is, maybe little, it's not, it's huge part we can play, is by just keeping ourselves safe and staying in. And I'm not going to put my little picture up again of the house, but I might do if I can find it. So remember what I say to you every day, guys. Oh, it is. We are not stuck at home. We are safe at home. And we're keeping others by staying safe at home. So I think I've kind of gone, this is going to be the shortest one, 17, coming up to 18 minutes by the time I log off, maybe 19 minutes if I keep talking. So it may be like 8 hours before this gets to you, darlings, but it is currently 11:30 in the morning. So I'm hoping that I can get hold of an Ethernet cable, I think is what one of my students advised me to get, so I can zip it up quicker, because the Wi-Fi is not great. Obviously the world and his wife are actually using the internet so much. So please comment or share with me back in an email if you've actually carried out some of the activities. I'd love to hear what you've been doing. I've had some lovely positive emails from you guys, honestly, and it really does touch the old heart, and I genuinely mean that. Just stay in touch, let me know how you're feeling, and just remember, don't feel you're not in this alone. We are here for you. So just ping an email and I can give you a call back. We are here to help. All right, stay safe on April the 7th. Bye bye.